House hacking is the smartest way to purchase a first home, a step-up home, or start an investment portfolio. And in this video, I'm sharing the 5 simple steps to get you started on the path to house hacking success. I'm Jon Schwartz, a house hacker and realtor in Los Angeles, California. But this video is for anybody, anywhere who's interested in house hacking their way to living for free. Okay, first things first. What is house hacking? It's buying more property than you need and renting out the space you don't use. This can mean buying a condo or house and renting out extra bedrooms, or buying a multifamily property like a duplex, triplex, or fourplex and living in one unit while renting out the others. If this sounds interesting to you, and it should because the financial advantages over buying traditionally or renting are enormous, here are 5 simple steps to get you started with house hacking. Step 1. Talk to a lender. The first question to answer is how much property can you even afford to begin with? This will be determined by your income, your debts, and how much money you have saved for a down payment, which can be as low as 3.5% of a property's purchase price. You can do a lot of online research and guesstimate a price range, but do yourself a favor and just call a lender. Your local bank, any big bank, Quicken Loans, Better Mortgage, any of these will do. Duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes are lumped into the same category of real estate as condos and single-family homes, so any regular lender can write you a mortgage for any of these property types. There are 2 things to keep in mind and ask about if you're hoping to buy a multifamily property. Firstly, with many lenders, you can actually include the rental income from the other units in your income when you qualify. So be sure to tell your lender that you're interested in buying a multifamily property. And secondly, duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes have higher down payment requirements, so be sure to ask your lender about their down payment requirements on the different kinds of multifamily. Step 2. Find a good agent. Buying a home, house hack or not, is a complicated and daunting process, so do yourself another favor and find a good agent to help you through it. Agents are paid a commission by the seller, not the buyer, so their help is a free service to you. The trick is to find an agent who has an investor mindset. And hands down, the best resource for this is BiggerPockets.com. This isn't a plug, I'm not affiliated with BiggerPockets, but I am active on the forums, and their agent directory is chocked full of investor agents. So don't work with your high school buddy or cousin just because she's an agent. Find an agent who knows what house hacking is and can help you run the numbers, estimate rents, identify the right neighborhoods, connect you to a reliable contractor, etc. Having a solid partner makes a huge difference. Step number 3. Research your market. Redfin and Zillow make it easier than ever to quickly search and understand any market in America. If you haven't already, turn on the multifamily search filter and explore your local market. Most cities and towns have areas zoned specifically for single family and specifically for multifamily. So you want to look around and see where those multifamily areas are. You should also use Zillow or Apartments.com to understand your local rental market. And if you're aiming to house hack a single family home, you can use the filters to search for just, say, homes that have 4 or more bedrooms. Then use Craigslist to see what bedrooms are renting for in different areas. If you plan to rent by the bedroom, Craigslist is your best option for rental comps. Step number 4, run the numbers. If you've graduated junior high, you have the math skills to understand real estate. When you're house hacking, the most basic number to run is the difference between your mortgage payment and the amount of rent you'll collect from the rooms or units you'll be renting. Google mortgage calculator to find countless online calculators that will tell you your mortgage payment based on your interest rate and the loan amount. Going one step further, it's a better idea to calculate the difference between your PITI payment and your rent collection. PITI, P-I-T-I, stands for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Principal and interest are the 2 components of your mortgage payment, and a good realtor can help you estimate your taxes and insurance cost, both of which are based on the property you're considering. The difference between your PITI payment and the amount of rent you expect to collect is the actual cost or cash flow you'll experience most months. I say most months because there are other expenses to house hacking, things like occasional vacancy or occasional repairs. The most complete level of analysis includes these costs, and I made a whole video about this, which I'm linking to above now. In that video, I go into detail about how to estimate these hidden costs and include them in your calculations. I also give you free access to the spreadsheet I use to analyze house hacks for my clients. If you're interested, check it out. Step 5, make an offer. Once you have a lender and an agent, once you understand your market, once you've gotten comfortable with the numbers, it's time to make an offer. The first thing to understand is that making an offer doesn't lock you into purchasing the property. you'll almost definitely be making an offer with an inspection contingency, which means you'll have several days to 2 weeks to inspect the property with contractors and the like to your satisfaction. If you don't like what you see upon closer inspection, you can negotiate the price down or cancel the deal altogether. So making an offer isn't the final step of buying property. It's really just how you get your foot in the door with the seller. Be sure to talk to your agent about the contingencies in your offer and how you can utilize them to keep an upper hand. And the second thing to understand is that action begets action. Don't spend months waiting for every piece of the puzzle to be perfectly in place. They never will be. Instead, challenge yourself to take the next step as soon as you're comfortable with that specific step. For example, maybe you see a property you love, but it's old and you have no idea what kind of foundation problems it might possibly have. Put in an offer. The worst case scenario is that your offer is accepted, you find a foundation problem, and you either negotiate down the price of the property to compensate or cancel on the deal. Either way, you're now more experienced and more knowledgeable. Or maybe you're ready to offer, but you're afraid of how to find and screen tenants once you actually close on your house hack. Put in an offer. Escrow is a 30-day process, and if you're in contract and have 30 days to figure out tenant screening, you'll figure it out. Big hint, everything you need to find and screen tenants is in the Rental Manager Tools tab at apartments.com. Those are 5 simple steps to get you started with house hacking. Check out more of my videos if you're interested in house hacking in Los Angeles or any other market. I post new videos every Tuesday, so subscribe now. See you next week.